What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm Jeremy Miller.
I'm Dallas Terrell.
And we are the Betterment Bros. All right, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the show. We are going to... we got a heater for you guys today.
As always.
We've got a good, funny problem. We've got a good, serious situation. And make sure you stick around until the end of the episode because we are announcing the winner of the August Betterment Month.
Drum roll.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
So be excited. That means you can't leave early because I
Yeah.
know some of you fuckers do.
Mm-hmm.
Not today.
Not today, he says.
That being said, Dal, let's
2-minute
check in,
takeaway
dude.
per
2-minute
use.
takeaway.
You want me to start it off?
Fire it up.
Dude, all right, cool. So a couple takeaways this week, but the first one is I'm going on vacation coming up over the weekend. I'm really excited to see the family.
Nice.
Going to Park City, Utah.
Oh, hometown, right?
Hometown. Going fly fishing for sure.
Oh, dude.
Hopefully I got a nice big brown trout to show the fans.
Yeah, dude, post pictures on the Betterment Instagram.
I will. I absolutely will. If I catch a big brown, everyone's going to know.
Hell yeah.
I can't keep secrets, dude, let alone something like that.
Boom.
So I'm going fishing. I'm going golfing. I'm going ATV / like off-road vehicling
Damn.
type of thing.
This
I'm gonna do a lot of
vacation's
grilling.
lit.
It's kind of an activity-based vacation.
Love it.
Long story short, my mom's selling her house, dude. We've had a lot of good memories up there. So we're basically getting together for like one last hurrah.
Dude.
Taking the girlfriend, my sister's coming. It's going to be a fucking wild time.
That's awesome, bro.
Super excited about that. So kind of just grateful, dude, to go recharge, be up in the mountains, be at 8,000 feet elevation, not 30,000, but 8,000.
8,000 still good.
Kind of just be connected with the mountains and the family, dude, and just remembering why I'm here. You know,
bro.
cool shit, dude.
That is sick.
Yeah, so that's my first takeaway. Second takeaway, dude, and this is going to try to be delivered from a very humble perspective.
Okay.
2 clients this week that I've been working with, pretty hands-on. Just for reference, we have a pretty extensive treatment program that we run and we work for. Covers a lot of ground.
Tons.
So the fact that when I met with them, they said that the time spent with me was so helpful, you know, and it was cool because I know that every part of our program is helpful for them, right? But they sought me out specifically to say, hey man, like the time that we had and the things that we talked about changed my life.
Oh, dude.
Right. So to know that I had a direct impact to 2 people's lives just is like super rewarding and validating, you know?
Yeah.
Because we all have a shitty narrative sometimes, you know? And I know when I wake up every morning that I'm fucking helping people change their life and turn it around. But to hear it is always reassuring, you know?
Dude.
And to know that I directly had an impact to change the path of somebody's life single-handedly 2 times in 1 week, God, just feels really good. And
Dude.
And that just empowers me to keep going and keep learning and keep growing.
Fuels the tanks.
It fuels the tank, dude,
Yeah.
to just continue to be there for him.
Yeah.
So I was humbled and grateful that I was able to deliver for these people, right? Like they're our clients. I want to give them the best service, you know, and it feels good to do that.
That's awesome.
Because sometimes you don't know, right? A lot of times you're talking about hard shit and you don't know if they're listening.
Right.
So that was a super good takeaway for me kind of going into the end of the week.
Huge takeaway, man.
Yeah, man. So
That's
that was my
awesome.
takeaway. What about you this week? What do we got?
That's awesome, dude. And, you know, on that, just to riff on that takeaway for a minute.
of course.
That is why, you know, for people who haven't listened to our trailer, go listen to our trailer, please. But, you know, I used to be up on the hill, you know, in a counseling role for so long. And when I moved to marketing and business development and things like that, I lost that. And it's been so rough, man. And
it's
that's
hard to
why,
fill that void, that gap, dude.
Yeah, because it's like,
Something
man,
you're built off of.
yeah, dude, and that's why we started the podcast.
Absolutely.
The main goal for us is to be able to take our specific style of helping people and bring it to millions. But for me, you know, selfishly, I'm like, you know, I miss that. I miss that, like, you know, you never know in life when someone like one time, dude, I'm not trying to be like egocentric or anything, but like one time, I was working with a client in like 2011, dude. Okay, this is 8 years ago. And he stuck around for a while, a couple of years, you know, and we were like homies and stuff. And he hit me up like a couple months back and he said, dude, I'll never forget what you said. And it was one sentence that I said in this guy's entire program, right? And I've known him for 8 years. And this one sentence, he said, man, I think of that sentence like every day.
Yeah.
And you never know, like what one little thing that you pass on to someone is going to make the difference.
Never know.
And that's like, so when you shared that takeaway, man, I'm like, damn, dude, I know that feeling.
Yep.
And it's huge, man.
That's what keeps us going, dude.
Hell yeah. So my takeaway is a little different.
Yeah.
Different flavor.
Different flavor, spicing it up.
Yeah, dude. So today I had to drive to Healdsburg, California.
Where the fuck is that?
It is in the middle of nowhere, bro. It's like 3 hours north, dude. And it's like this little podunk town. No offense to our Healdsburg audience.
Yeah. Do they even have Wi-Fi out there?
I don't know, dude. Like, but anyway, we're driving back. Okay. And, kind of a two-part takeaway on this.
There we go.
And the first is that we pull off to get gas, right? And we're trying to, we're leaving there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I know we're hitting traffic. Right?
Oh, absolutely. You've already accepted it. That
oh yeah,
point,
it's like,
dude,
it's how much traffic that we were trying to control.
You already downloaded a podcast ready to go.
Oh, we had 6, dude. Yeah, so we pull off to get gas, and when we pulled off, there was no traffic. When we pulled back on 15 minutes later, bumper to bumper, dude, full stop.
Damn.
And I'm like, man, there must have just been an accident or something because there's no way this just happened.
Yeah.
And so the first part of the two-part takeaway is that we're sitting in traffic, and I let this girl in front of me because we're all going down to one lane.
Yeah.
And dude, she, like, we're in bumper to bumper, dude, going 2 miles an hour, and she is dancing in her car so much the whole car is moving.
Yes.
And she's just getting it, right? And I'm like, man, that's how you handle traffic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You dance to your own beat, dude. She's just vibing in her car. And it, like, me and Justice, he was with me. And dude, we were just vibing. I'm like, damn, dude, that's how you do traffic,
Yeah.
And so that was just super cool to see, man.
It's just like a visual reframe.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like, dude, this is how you fucking sit in a car.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna have a damn good time
And
doing
she
it.
was, dude.
I love that.
And that
You
fired
don't
me up.
see that all the time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And then
hell yeah.
the second part is I'm like, man, there must have been an accident, right? And we timed it. And from where we were getting gas to where the accident happened, had we not pulled off to get gas, chances are very high that we would have seen that accident happen.
Damn.
Or been a part of it.
Or been involved.
And it was like a 4-car major accident, dude. 4 fire trucks,
Hope everyone's
ambulance.
all right.
Everybody seemed to be kind of walking around.
Yeah.
I didn't see any stretchers, thank God, dude. And we sent like some positive energy out there, sent some prayers up to the big man, whatever you want to call it, dude.
Yeah,
And,
of course. Damn.
but it was just cool, like, because at first I'm like, fuck, man, like, there's probably an accident. We had to get gas, like, God damn it. And
They were getting in your way, but really they were helping you out.
yeah, and then really I was like, fuck, we could have been in that, man. And so it's just like 2-part gratitude, Of
course.
Girl dancing, getting it, and then it's like, man, that could have been us.
Yeah.
Cool takeaway,
And then
dude.
just 2 instant reframes.
Yeah, man. That was it. We just reframed it, and then
Just
we
reframe it, man.
and then we sat in traffic the whole way home, but we had some good podcasts. So
There you go.
Whatever.
You called me during that traffic. We had a good
did.
conversation too.
See, dude.
I was wondering why you were talking so much. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it's just like, hey, when we doing this? Like this time.
Yeah.
And then you just kept going.
Yeah, because I was like, hey, well, I mean, I got you.
Might as well talk.
I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, I was
so-
actually telling him, I was like, dude, I just ate this epic sandwich. She's like, oh, tell me all about it. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like, want to know every detail.
Well, dude, like when you're stuck in traffic, I'm like sitting in a $25,000 chair, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not like we're just sitting there,
Pretty much.
Fuck, dude. Anyways, so the funny email we got this week, you guys.
It's a good one.
This is gonna be fun. So,
It could be really fun.
yeah, it could be. Let's hope it is.
I hope so.
So, friend of the show and friend of ours, Mary Kate.
Dear friend, Mary Kate Sparks.
Mary Kate Sparks. She is a legend, you guys. This is
Good
one
gal.
of the funniest chicks I've ever met in my life, man.
Most open chick, too.
Oh, absolutely. She's an open book, man. She's always like, I know, like, when we don't have a funny problem, I just call Mary Kate.
And she's got 7.
It's 7, dude. So this one.
Poor girl.
She, she's doing great, though.
Yeah, she's killing it.
She called into a radio station, and won 2 tickets.
Who does that?
I know, dude.
Dude, where we live, there's not even radio reception.
I know. I'm like,
what the fuck?
So she calls this radio station and she wins 2 tickets to Snoop Dogg.
Damn.
Right? She was the 7th caller. They said, hey, Katie Sparks won. She got on the air. She shouted out her mom, like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they're like, hey, here's this number. Call us back to get your tickets. So they give her this number and she's calling back and they're not answering, dude. Right? They're ghosting her.
They're ghosting her on free tickets.
So what we did at the Betterment Bros is we tracked down what seems like a more direct number, and we're going to call that number right now on the air and see if we can line up Mary Kate with her tickets.
Yeah, we're trying to get you those tickets, Mary.
So here we go. Right, yeah, we're calling them. All right, this is it. I hope the mic.
This is all happening in real time.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens. Let's get her those tickets.
We're calling Kate on.
Kate Dawn.
102.5.
In the mix.
Sunday.
With Snoop Dogg.
iHeartMedia, 102.5 KDON, 92.7 KTOM, 100.7 and 100.9 La Preciosa, Howard Talk 1460 AM,
fuck?
101.1 FM, and 105.1 KOcean.
Jesus Christ. What a rap sheet.
We are located at 1550 Moffett Street in Salinas.
Now we know where to go.
Yeah.
8:30 AM to 5:30 PM Pacific Time. If you are a contest winner, please press 1.
Oh.
Please.
Contest winner.
That's us.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Here we go, Mary Kate. We're trying to get them for you, girl.
Let's get them.
I don't know if she went through the switchboard.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
She probably did.
Sorry. Nancy Galindo is not available. Record your message at the tone.
Okay, well, we'll leave a voicemail.
Leave a voicemail.
Hang up or press pound for more options.
Here we go. Hi there. This is Jeremy Miller, co-host of the Betterment Bros podcast, and we are representing our friend Mary Kate Sparks. She also goes by Katie Sparks. She recently won 2 tickets to a Snoop Dogg concert and shouted her mom out on the air, was given a phone number to call for the tickets, and nobody answered. It kind of seems like Kadon might be ghosting her. So we are trying to help her track down those tickets because she's a huge Snoop Dogg fan, and she won them fair and square, okay? She's the 7th caller. We would love, love, love to get those tickets into her hands. And also, if you're curious, check out our podcast. It's called The Betterment Bros. We try and help people live their lives better. That being said, go ahead and hook Katie up with those tickets. If you have more information, please call me directly at 831. And let's get those tickets to Katie, man. Let's go to Snoop Dogg. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Boom.
Dude, you just sent that.
I sent that voicemail, bro.
I love how you plugged us, too, on the Betterment Bros.
Yeah, well, you got to, dude. And also,
what was
audience...
her name? Nancy Snicklefritz?
Nancy Snicklefritz at Kadon, also La Preciosa. So.
Yeah, 101.79, 102.1, 104.6. It's like a...
I think of the
Walmart, dude.
Yeah,
radio
dude.
stations.
Yeah, but also,
Monopoly
guys,
over there.
That is my personal number. I might like beep that.
Yeah, you might want to.
All right, so we'll see what they do with those tickets.
Yeah, that's how the Betterment Bros stand up for their friends.
That's
by the
right.
way.
That's what we do. So that being said, we don't have much else on the funny email, but we will keep you guys posted. We'll do. I'll do where one of us will do a story on Instagram.
Yeah,
let you know the results.
Yeah, or like a video of her like
Katie.
Snapchat story of being at the Snoop Dogg concert that
dude.
no one wants to see.
Yeah, but we'll share it anyways.
We'll share it anyways.
You
dude.
guys know that we had her back.
We did.
So that being
Documented.
said, the serious email of the week was not actually an email, but instead it was a question. Okay, so I'm gonna try and keep this one kind of short because I definitely want to get to the winner of the August Betterment Month. And like I said, this is basically someone that hit us up with a question, and the question was, how do you guys feel about online programs, like life improvement programs and, self-help programs and things like that? And so though Dallas and I both are very passionate about this subject, what we're going to try and do for you guys today is give you 5 tips or pointers, if you will, if you are considering one of these programs or, you've been thinking like, man, I keep seeing these ads on social media and maybe I should do one of those. And, So let's break it down.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing that is super important if you are considering one of these programs is, can your situation be handled by someone remotely? Okay, so for Dallas and I, as you guys know, if you're listening to the show, we field emails from our audience. People are in sticky situations in life or they're having trouble with an area in their life.
Exactly.
And they hit us up for help, okay? But it's very important that we're clear that this podcast and any podcast out there, any YouTube, anything like that is no substitute for actual therapy. And so if you're dealing with something like, severe depression or severe anxiety, you're experiencing extremely heavy marital discord, or like people in your family are at risk to themselves or to others, obviously I would argue against one of these online programs to address a situation like that. But reversely, like our audience, there are situations that we encounter in life where, we may be in a rut or we may feel stagnant and we need that extra boost or a little bit of a kick in the nuts to kind of keep going. And that I do think, someone could handle remotely. Like the questions that we get in emails, are things where people are stuck in a certain thought pattern or behavioral pattern, and we shed some light on that. So apply that same tip to your online program. So again, that first one is, can this situation be handled by someone remotely? Someone that's not in the room, someone that's not talking to you every day, someone that's going to do one of these half-hour calls once a week and stuff like that. Very important first point. Now, the second one is, does the person or do the people that you're looking at seem qualified to genuinely help you? Okay, so one thing that really gets me in Dallas fired up is when we see 19-year-old kids on Instagram that are life coaches and they run life coach programs. And though their intentions may be solid, I also, personally just feel that if you're 19 years old, I don't know that you've lived enough life or have enough life experience to be able to advise other people on how to live their lives better. But that being said, there are an innumerable amount of people on the internet today who are extremely qualified to genuinely help you in your situation. So again, my point here is really, really look into the person or people that are offering this program and, not on their website, but look at reviews, look at testimonials, Google their name, look them up on social media and read the comments, just see what people are saying. And, you can get a good feel from someone if you spend enough time on Google. But what I advise against is just taking the information on their website as word, or as truth rather, because, a lot of times these guys are really good at marketing. They've got really good sales copy and, they're able to manipulate things to make themselves seem way more qualified than they may be. But again, there are millions of people doing podcasts, doing YouTube, running these programs on websites and stuff that are extremely qualified. So what's important for you guys, if you are considering a program, is check the source. Make sure that they are qualified to really help you. Now, the third thing, and this is a big one, guys, and that is, what are they promising? Okay, so one thing that really we are very careful on our podcast and especially in our professional work is that we do not overpromise people. Okay, so for me, I struggled for a very long time and still struggle now with anxiety. Okay, and if somebody promised me, Jeremy, if you do this program, your anxiety will be gone, I know immediately that they're full of shit, okay? Because no online program is going to rid me of my anxiety. I believe that. That may be an opinion. I don't know if, you guys have done an online program and all of a sudden your anxiety's gone. I know I haven't. And so what's important is that, as you're reading through the details of this program, a red flag for us would be they're over-promising, okay? If they say, oh, if you do this program, your life's going to be better forever. If you do this program, you're never going to be depressed again. If you do this program, you're going to make $1 billion and you get to work from home, okay? We all know that kind of a sales pitch. We've all seen it so much. It's so saturated on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and shit like that. And so it is a red flag. On the other side of that coin, there are a lot of programs that say, hey, we can help you with short-term goals. We can help you with long-term planning. We can help you, bring clarity to your ideas. Now, those don't seem like unrealistic promises to me, and that would be a program I would give a little more validity to. Okay, so step 3, check out what they're promising and see if there's any red flags there. Now, similarly to that third one is my fourth point, which is temper your own expectations. Okay, so what I mean by that, you guys, is if you are struggling with something, and you're reading the program and the details and things like that, and you're like, oh my God, this is going to be wonderful. Make sure that you remain humble and realistic in what you expect to gain from the program. Okay, the worst thing is when I talk to people who've, they work a program, whether it be a diet, whether it be fitness, whether it be self-help or personal betterment, and they have this expectation that after this program all their problems are gone. They then finish the program, their problems are not gone, and then they feel even more failure than before they started. So anytime you set out on any endeavor, it's important to keep realistic expectations while maintaining a super firm idea of what the goal is. So I'm not saying, forsake your goal in lieu of realistic expectations. I'm just saying be real with yourself, be honest, and know that even if you don't get 100% of the results you're looking for, that doesn't mean that you're a failure. That's the last thing we want anyone in our audience to feel, is that they're less than in any way, which leads me to the fifth and most important point, and something that me and Dallas are super firm about, and that is this. The work is never done. Okay, so I have a huge issue when people say, I hope I never feel like this, or if you do this program, you'll be fixed forever, and things like that. It's like, it's just like diet and fitness. Okay, it's like you can. If you do Andy Frisella's 75 hard program, okay, that's a podcast, Andy Frisella, look him up, he's awesome, and he does a program called 75 hard, okay, and it's basically a mental toughness program. You get your diet in, you get your fitness in, you're drinking a bunch of water, so on and so forth, and just because you finish 75 hard, that does not mean that the work is done. That means you've taken a step towards continuing the work, changing your life, implementing new routines that improve your quality of life. But just because you've implemented them doesn't mean that at the end of 75 hard, or at the end of your 30-day diet, or the end of your 2-week cleanse, you can then start shoving burgers and pizza down and expect to stay skinny, right? It's like Dallas says all the time. He says, you can't lift weights for one day and expect to lose 50 pounds, right? And the whole premise of our podcast, you guys, is that we're not going for perfect, we're going for better. And what we mean by that is that even though Dallas and I have achieved a huge amount of success in our lives and we're super proud of where we are, that doesn't mean that we just get to stop doing all these wonderful routines that got us those results in the first place, okay? So if you do opt into one of these programs, just keep in mind and really, really be diligent with yourself in knowing that just because you finish the program, that doesn't mean that you can then abandon all of those successful actions that produced good results. If anything, you've got to double down after the program on whatever you were doing that achieved those results in the first place. You double down so that you continually grow in your life. We've mentioned it on the show before that life is a journey, not a destination. Okay, so when we talk about be, do, have, and the philosophy around that, see our earlier episode. What we're talking about is how to consistently bring betterment to your life. That means every single day, every week, until the day you're no longer here. So with any program, guys, I want you to recognize that even though you finished it, That doesn't mean you get to kick your feet up and enjoy all these luxuries that that weren't producing results in the first place. When you finish the program, double down on what you were doing that brought about success so that you continue to bring about success. But that being said, Dal.
Let's talk about getting better.
Yeah, dude. We're talking about betterment. So,
Who?
yeah.
Oh, man, dude.
I'm leaving that one, dude.
My voice.
Yeah.
I was going to say, who
Yeah, there it
got
is.
better
In
this
August.
month?
Yeah, dude. So, we've got the winner.
I got really excited, dude.
I know,
Just be
you're pumped, dude.
who the fuck got better this month,
dude.
you know?
So, first of all, we got to say, way to go, everybody, for hashtagging the Daily Betterment. We do want to stress, we want to take this opportunity to stress the hashtag 2-minute takeaway. Okay, anytime you find joy in the day, anytime you reframe something, you can, at Betterment Bros, hashtag Betterment Bros, but more importantly, hashtag 2-minute takeaway. We're starting a fucking revolution,
We are
dude.
starting a spark that will change the world.
This is our movement. If I died tomorrow and, but I knew that 10 people hashtag 2-minute takeaway and reframed their day and found joy in the day, I'll put a stamp on my life and call it good, dude.
Yeah, it's good enough.
All right, so the winner of August Betterment Month. This winner was all over the Betterment. He was hashtagging Daily Betterment all over his Instagram. We were shouting him out on the
stories.
doing videos. And we're going to send him a couple books. We're going to try and get him back, down to the studio, get him on an episode so that you guys can meet him.
He's local enough to get out here.
Yep.
We just got to talk to him first.
Yeah, we got to make
We
sure.
haven't talked to him yet.
Yeah, like, hey, do you want to come down? So,
Yeah.
anyways,
We told him you were going to.
without
so.
further ado, the winner of the August Betterment month is Mr. Benjamin Falk.
Come on down.
Come on down, Benny. So Ben Falk,
Big Benny.
Big Ben Falk has been in our lives for a long time. He used to work with us. Now he's doing his own thing. He's a certified massage therapist.
Ooh.
And I believe he's in the San Francisco area. Specializes in movement, let me try that again. Muscles and movement and patient-centered care.
Nice.
Now, Ben is one of the most compassionate people I've ever met. And his whole thing is resilience, dedication, discipline, and application. He's into functional fitness. He's a big CrossFit guy.
Big yogi.
Big yogi.
Big yogi.
He's all about eating clean, nutrition, and he is just got such a positive aura about him.
Absolutely.
Huge friend of the show. He was hashtagging Daily Betterment, doing really just such a killer job on his personal development. And so we name you the winner, Ben.
The first
Inaugural. Ever winner. Yeah, dude, of the August Betterment Challenge. So, Ben, we're going to get in contact with you directly in case you don't listen to this episode.
Yeah, which would be strange.
Which would be super awkward. And we will, we're going to hit you up on social media. We're going to share it on our social media. We're going to send you some books. We're going to get you down to the studio, get you on the show. If you can't come down, even though it's super close, we'll get you on Zoom or
Skype or something.
call you in,
FaceTime.
and we'll get you on the show, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That being said, Dal, why don't you tell the audience about September? Because I've been talking nonstop. I'm out of air.
So, September's coming up right around the corner. And we thought that I think we're just going to stick with this next month. It's going to be September of service.
That's it.
This month is going to be dedicated towards trying every day to be of service to somebody and giving back.
Other than yourself.
Other than yourself.
That's the
September
thing.
is not about you.
That's right. August was all about you, your
And now
daily
it's not.
betterment. And now September moving forward, Dallas and I had a couple conversations, and I said, Dal, I need to connect more with other people. Mm-hmm. And one thing I've been trying to do is talk to a stranger every day. Because what I noticed is that I'm kind of autopiloting through life, my daily routine. I'm, I go in, I pay for something, I consume it. I go in, I pay for something, I consume it. I never talk to the person I'm paying, the person behind the counter, the person at the toll booth, the person, sitting next to me in traffic, the person,
Receptionist, any of that.
yeah, like I'll hold the door open for someone and I give them they're like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
you know, like, oh, yeah. And it's like that real, like, I'm scared to like talk to you. And
Yeah.
even though I'm in the field of PR and business development and I'm shaking hands constantly, and I just realized that in my life, I'm not showing up for other people. I'm not showing up with other people.
Absolutely.
And it's no secret there's this huge disconnect in society, but we are a species that survived strictly because we build tribes. And so, you know, Dallas came up with September of Service for just that, to where we can re-engage with each other.
Absolutely.
So, Dal, throw out a couple examples of what this looks like.
I mean, I think yours is a very applicable, like simple one, right? We don't have to get crazy. You don't have to go build a condo for some homeless man, you know, and like film it and like time lapse the build, right? You don't need to do nothing like that.
Though, as you say that sounds super dope.
That sounds super sick. And maybe one day we'll have enough money to do that and we could time lapse it. But I think so. I know with if you listen to Tony Robbins at all, he says you got to grow to give.
Yep.
Right. So I think the idea of what you said, right? The idea of we are all here together. Every single person on planet Earth does something to help somebody else, whether it's making a pizza, whether it's making a car, whether it's counseling, whether it's pumping gas, whether it's making windows, whether it's podcasting. We all do something to help the next person, to make this world a little bit more inhabitable or better place to be.
Yep.
We do something for somebody else, but we get paid for it usually. If we're not getting paid for it, why aren't we doing it?
Right.
That's why we're all here.
Right.
There's something there, right?
Huge.
Give more than you have. Anyways, so a couple examples of that could be buying coffee for somebody, right? You're heading into work, you stop to get a coffee for yourself, pick one up for somebody. Not your best friend, the guy you don't know. The girl you don't know, the one that seems sad, right? Make it a point to talk to more people, right? Smile more at random people. Not to say you want to bang, but just to say that the world is still a good place.
Absolutely.
Right? Maybe reach out to more people on social media that you don't usually do. Right? Maybe you send a message to people you haven't talked to in a while. Right? Maybe you donate more at your local church.
Yeah, you know what Mariah does is when she goes through the toll on, you know, we got tolls everywhere. It's California, dude. They charge you for everything.
They do.
But she'll pay hers and the car behind her.
That's the best.
That's
dude.
the perfect scenario.
Buy the meal
dude.
for the person right behind you.
Yeah,
People
dude. You're in
love
line
that
at
shit.
Starbucks, and you look to the guy behind you and say, "Hey, let me get your coffee." Right? And dude, who knows the impact that could have on somebody? I mean, you see this shit everywhere.
Totally.
But it's one of those fleeting thoughts, like, "Oh, I should do that today."
Yeah, dude. A huge one that I can think of, where we live in this kind of like plaza. For some fucking reason, dude, there's this trash can in front of a Ross. And this trash can, dude, gets so full that it starts to peak into like a 3-foot trash mountain above the top of the trash can.
Always.
And I will watch people just throw their Starbucks can on top and it rolls and they're like, oh, fuck it. Right. And no one does anything about it.
Right.
One day I saw someone picking it all up and walking it to the next trash can.
Wow.
Right. Just little things, even if it's picking up trash or picking up, doing something to make the world look like a better place. Right. Forming more trails for people to hike. Do something not for you. Right. And don't do it for credit.
Right.
Do it because it's the right thing to do.
And the feeling, you know, like, you know, it's like I'll find myself occasionally, like, you know, I travel for work all the time, right? And the best flights are the ones that I engage with the guy next to me.
Me too.
Right? Because even if he's like, oh yeah, I'm Dave, like, I'm just reading a book, right?
Yeah.
Then I know, like, hey man, but like,
right on, Dave.
But I
What
was
are you
cool
reading?
though. I was cool though.
Yeah.
And I reached out, and that makes me feel like a more complete human being that's connected with my tribe of other human beings.
Absolutely.
Right? And so the way we want to do this, you know, is we don't want you guys like filming like, hey dude, let me buy your coffee. And you're filming with your phone, like it's selfie style. And you're like, you know, like, and it's awkward. And they're like, dude, why are you filming me? So what we want to do is, you know, the way Dallas and I are going to do it is we're going to be shouting out what we're doing, because we're also going to, you know, we're obviously the pioneers of September of Service. So we're going to be doing our part.
Absolutely.
And we will share what we're doing in posts and stories on Instagram and Facebook. And so for you guys, you can share it in your story like, hey, today for my September service, I did blah, blah, blah. And then we'll post that to our story, right? And you just hashtag September of service, right?
Yeah.
And you could write a post about it. You could send a tweet about it. Whatever you do.
Talk about the result, how it made you feel.
Exactly. And
any 2-minute takeaway you
boom.
got from it.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah,
that's it,
dude.
man. Share your
Full
takeaway.
circle.
And then what we'll do is we'll take those tweets, those posts, those stories, and we'll share it on our shit, man. And it'll be awesome. And I think it's really going to cultivate a collective energy again, man. And,
Absolutely.
And that's missing, and we're super stoked for it.
Yeah, we're excited to give back to other people and have other people give back to other people and get back to our roots, get back to what we are here to do.
Absolutely.
It's not always about us.
That's it, dude. It's about everybody.
That's it.
Right. So that being said, thank you guys for the ep. Also, make sure you find us on the web, www.betterment-bros.com. If you're not on the mail list, get on our mail list.
Get on it.
We're going to start doing weekly emails. We'll never spam you. We're never going to blow you up with stupid shit. It's always going to be awesome, valuable content for you guys. Make sure that you leave a rating and a review on iTunes or wherever you're listening to us.
Tell a friend.
We're working on the YouTube. We've had some technical difficulties. It'll be up soon. But yeah, telling a friend, rating the podcast, leaving a review, joining the mail list. This is how you can support us right now. That being said, we will see you guys on the next episode.
We will.
I'm Jeremy Miller.
I'm Dallas Terrell.
Take it easy.
Boom.